The Mets, in their high payroll, have not met standards, which raises a lot of questions for some key players, which we're only going to focus on one here today, to what's going to happen to them once the deadline approaches, or the end of the season. We're going to talk about Bo Bichette today.
Meet the Mets. Meet the Mets.
Welcome to the Grand Central Mets. Are you new? Are you new? If you're new, hey, gotta hit that subscribe button, especially if you are a Mets fan or just enjoy the MLB altogether. Hit the like button and as well as the notification button, as this brand new channel, let's grow together and you don't miss out on any content for the New York Mets. Now let's roll with it and let's talk about some Bo Bichette today, because there's a lot of options that are going around here. So I caught a podcast this afternoon from Foul Territory in which they brought up some rumors with regards of Bo Bichette. And some of the highlights within that was, can Bo Bichette be traded during the deadline? And there is some GMs out there that think he could. And then if he's not traded, does he opt out of his current deal, leaving $40 million a season for the next 2 seasons off the table? Or does he just stay with the Mets instead of seeking that long-term contract to make big bucks for the next 2 years? This is where I'd like you, the viewers, to participate in this debate. Where do we see Bo Bichette going? Let me know in the comments. Is he going to stay with the New York Mets to make those big dollars, seek a long-term contract, but get paid lower AAV every single year? Or do the Mets find a way to trade him? Essentially, all options are on the table. Would the New York Mets love to get out of this contract? Well, first of all, they're the ones that put themselves into the contract. So if they are looking to shed some salary and dump him off to another team, they're not going to get much for him, because that other team is not only taking a big risk, but they're also taking on his current salary as well. So trading him is a good option. However, it's not the most ideal. And we got the last 2 other options. Does he opt into his deal where he stays with the New York Mets for 2 more seasons afterwards and making those big dollars? Or does he opt out, which mentioned on Foul Territory that there are some sources stating that he may opt out of this deal. And we'll get into that more here in a moment. Does he opt out of this deal to seek a longer term contract and a place he can call home instead of bouncing around? Before we dive into those questions, no secret, Bo Bichette has had a down start to the season. Last 30 days, though, he has been turning things around. And these are some of the numbers to reflect that. In the last 30 games, he has 6 home runs, 22 RBIs, batting .275 with an on-base percentage of a .315 and slugging .492. The last 15 games, 3 home runs, 13 RBIs, and this is where we see the contact getting a little bit better, because he's been struggling with that all season long and striking out quite a bit. Batting average, .322, on-base percentage of a .344, slugging .593. And in the last week is where we are starting to see things really go up the ladder here. 3 home runs, 8 RBIs, batting .345 with an on-base percentage of a .333 and slugging at a .759. So while the arrow's pointing in the upward direction for Bichette, can he sustain this for the rest of the season? Sure, he's going to tail off, have some down moments, but we are starting to see the player that he is. Was he a $40 million player? To me, no. But we're starting to see these trends with these deals. Shorter deals, higher AAV. Now we're going to get to those 2 questions. Does he opt out for the longer deal? Or does he elect to stay with the New York Mets? At the end of the day, my opinion for Bo Bichette, it's all about money. The reason being is, if he wanted to win, he would have stayed with the Toronto Blue Jays. Instead, he opted for the bigger dollars and went to the New York Mets. Which brings us back to the original question. Does he opt to stay in for the extra 2 years, making some big money? Or does he opt out and decide to go for the longer term deal to have a place he can call home? And that's where you, the viewers, looking to participate in the comment section. Let's get the talk going. My opinion is I can see this happening 2 ways. I can see him opting in, and I also can see him opting out. Opting in will secure him with the big dollars. However, opting out will give him the luxury of choosing his destination, longer-term commitment, and a place he can call home for the suitors that are interested in his services. Now, we're probably going to have some people in the comments and say, why would he want to give up $40 million a season? Well, we just had this scenario last season with a guy named Alex Bregman, making $40 million a season, opted out of his contract, and eventually signed with the Chicago Cubs. Cubs. Now, if we didn't have that example, I would say I'd definitely be on the fence of why would you want to give up $40 million a season? And I would say he would opt in. But Alex Bregman even surprised me last season by opting out. To give Bregman's credit, yes, he had a much better season than what Bichette is posting so far this season. But at the end of the day, I think we're going to find the numbers at the end of the season to be remotely similar. At the end of the day, anything can happen. Trade, opt in, or opt out. But this is where you, the viewers, and hopefully I can engage with a few of y'all, let me know in the comments below. What do you think is best for Bo Bichette? Best for the New York Mets? Or what you just feel is best for both parties? Should he get traded? Should he stay? Or opt out of his contract? This is Jeff with the Grand Central Mets. Looking forward to your comments. We'll catch you all down below.